Okay, super sorry about that, but all mixed up, cloudy. There's still a bit of lumps in it. That's okay. You don't have to get it completely mixed. I don't know if that's what they call the float test or not, but pretty floaty. Do the same for this one. Good enough. Then we get our 4 cups of flour, so that's 2. Did I hit the record button? Yes, I did. And then for the salt, I measure it like this. I just put some in my hand, throw it in. This kind of flour I like to use. It works. It's unbleached. I learned that the hard way. Starter does not like any bleached flour at all. It won't rise. Yep, it won't. It'll sit there. You're like, oh no, what do I do? Yeah, it doesn't like that. So in here, throw it in. And I kind of try to lightly mix it with the flour so it doesn't go straight into the, I don't know why. That's probably stupid. Okay. Anyways, mix it up. At this point, if you're not a chiropractor, you realize how weak your wrists are. There's that one. I always mix 2 because if you're going to heat the oven up, you might as well make 2. There's enough room for 2 Dutch ovens in our oven. So why not? Plus, it'll get eaten. Or you can give it away.
Stop pinching me.
Hey, I'm recording. Don't say anything ugly.
Are you still recording?
So then you can go in. Yes, I'm still recording. Just mix it up like this.
I'm not muting it, Patrick.
There's 2. It's sticky, you can add more flour. I guess that just is kind of a feel like it's not. I feel like this is fine. It's not too sticky. Hey, be nice. Maybe a tiny, just a tiny bit.
Yes, you did. Don't lie.
I don't want it. What I'm looking for is I don't want it to go. I don't want it to be so sticky that I can't come back and pull it, but I don't want it so wet that I can't do what I need to do with it. You can put it on the counter, but if you need more space, that's fine. Just want all the flour incorporated. It's a little sticky, but I think once it sits, it'll be, for a little bit, it'll be okay. Like this. Put it back in the bowl. Put the plate back on it. Do the same with this one. I tried to do the other fancy. Let it sit in the let it sit in the oven forever, and let it do this and let it do that. And it needs to rise for 13 hours. I just don't. I don't know. I haven't had the want or desire to figure that out. I figured from 9 in the night to 9, well, actually until 10 in the morning is good enough for us. And nobody has a problem with it. Moira isn't supposed to eat it because of the Hashimoto's, because the body sees the gluten is the same as the thyroid or whatever, so it attacks it. But I know she cannot eat gluten, and if she eats anything with like regular bread, she has an stomach cramps and stuff like that. But if she has this, she can at least eat it and not be in too much pain after. So she'll have it as a rare occasional treat. So this is good. It's not too sticky, because you can stretch and pull it if you want to, or you can just leave it. Honestly, I don't really notice much difference with the stretch and pulls. You know, we have all these, like, I guess what it comes down to is I realize that people have been making sourdough forever and ever and ever. They just made it however worked for them. So that's the key. However works for you. So this one I can touch it and it's not sticking to my hands. This one I can touch. It's sticking a little bit. It's okay. So yeah, that's about the, I guess if you wanted to kind of test the pull. And then when you come in to do your stretch and folds, if you want to do them, I start at noon, pull it up like this, fold it over. Then I go to like 3, and then you can turn the bowl and do, so 3, 12, 3, 6, and 9. And then that's it. Then put the lid over it, and you'll feel it as you go. It'll get harder and harder to pull them, and that's just, I guess, helping build whatever. As you can see, I haven't learned all the names. Feeding the starter is about the same. Add your water, like I showed you in the office. Add your water. Let me get this off so there's no like salt. The other thing, somebody made a point. Think of how hard it is to kill yeast. It's very hard. It is so hard. So if you put the water in first, then you mix the starter and kind of get it like a slurry. That really helps incorporate the flour easier. So just make sure you get the corners. They actually have a really cool jar on Amazon. It's called the Beck, B-E-C-K jar. I really loved it. It was like so like smooth on the sides. I broke it. That's why I would like just like have put it down on the counter and hit it the wrong way on the corner, and it broke. I was so sad because like I didn't have backup starter, so I did, but it wasn't like as good as it was or as I wanted. And so I just had to start. I just got the one. I always keep an emergency reserve starter in the fridge, and it doesn't matter if it gets clear liquid on top of it. It doesn't matter. It's still fine. That's actually called, I think they called it hooch, and that, I think they used to make it into a liquor back in the day. But you just mix it in and it'll make it nice and flavorful.
Come here.
It's like wonky.
It's okay. I don't need it to be perfect. It's about the sourdough, not about me. So, then we have ours mixed up.
It's okay. It's okay.
Of course,
Stop it.
always remember you always need just a tiny bit of flour to a lot of water, so always just add a little bit of flour so you don't have to add water. It's easier to add flour to a more liquidy thing than it is to add liquid to a dry thing, if that makes sense. Just put that back in there. Yep. Remember, your starter can be lumpy. That's okay. It will break down and be fine. I probably make way too much starter. I know people, I only have like probably a 4th cup of starter. That's all they keep, and I'm just like, I can't do that. I have to have a lot. And but I also like it and keep that much because like they do bake sales or whatever. Church make some, and I like to make enough to be able to give to people. I wish I was like some of those people that had everything planned out. So again, with the hands, lots on my hands, so just take the time to kind of get it off of your hands as best you can, and then throw that in the trash so that it doesn't go down the drain. A little bit's okay, but you don't want it gunking up your pipes. That's about it. Cover it with a plate. You can set a timer at this point for every 30 minutes to do your stretching pulls. You can do 4 to 6 of those if you want to, or you could just leave it like this until later on. It's, what time is it? It's 12:30, so I mix this. It'll be good enough to bake later at like 9. I'm just doing it because there's a bake sale this weekend at church. So I will just make some up and store it in the fridge. Make sure the bread comes to completely cool before you put it in your bags, because if you don't, then the moisture will let off, will cause mold. It is better to store it in the fridge. It lasts longer. We normally just keep it on the counter, but do check it because it will go bad. Probably 4 to 5 days, depending on the humidity level, of course. We're in Texas, so I guess that's about it. Yeah, I hope it helps. If you have any questions, you know how to find me.